Devi Jagadhatri, who is the primordial energy source of the entire creation, destroyed the ego of devatas like Varuna, Agni, Vayu and Chandra, who took pride in themselves and boasted of their power as described in the scripture Kenopanishad. Devi Jagadhatri is envisioned as the mother goddess sitting with one leg positioned on the other with her 4 hands holding Shankha, Chakra, Sharangadhanu and Panchavan, mounting the lion as her Vahana with the elephant head of Karindra Sura symbolizing vain ego beneath the feet of the lion. Jagadhatri is shown accompanied by her companions Jaya and Vijaya on both sides and her worshipper Narada Rishi on one side. Ritualistic puja is an integral part of spiritual path and is the first important step towards spiritual progress of any spiritual aspirant. Namaskar and welcome to Pradipta's Life and Music. This is a very informal and unedited version of my interaction with my viewers. If you like the content of the videos on this channel, do please subscribe to this channel and be with me to motivate me in interacting with all of you. Jagadhatri Puja is a very important part of the traditional ritualistic worship followed in Ramakrishna Mission. Jagadhatri Puja was performed by the Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi throughout her life as initiated by her mother Shyama Sundari Devi. It so happened that Sri Sarada Devi's mother Shyama Sundari Devi wanted to donate rice grains as offerings for Kali Puja during Deepavali, as one of her neighbors was performing this Kali Puja. And she used to donate these rice grains for Kali Puja at her neighbor's house every year. But it so happened that during that particular year, due to a very minor tiff with that neighbor, he refused to accept the rice grains which Shyama Sundari Devi offered as collected by her all throughout the year. And Shyama Sundari Devi was very saddened by this incident. Shyama Sundari Devi had a dream that a particular goddess, brilliant red in color, sitting at her door with one of her legs crossed on the other and telling her that she will accept the rice grains which Shyama Sundari Devi had collected all throughout the year for offering during Deepavali Kali Puja. Shyama Sundari Devi asked her daughter Sarada Devi who was this goddess. Sarada Devi told that the goddess who appeared in her dreams is Jagadhatri. Shyama Sundari Devi was very adamant on performing Jagadhatri Puja in spite of being very humble in her means. Sri Sarada Devi was very skeptical about conducting this Jagadhatri Puja initially at her mother's household, thinking about the expenses incurred during the puja. But ultimately, Sri Sarada Devi had to give in to her mother's wishes and Jagadhatri Puja started to be performed at her mother's household in Joyrambati village of Bankura district in Bengal. Sri Sarada Devi continued Jagadhatri Puja at her parental household at Joyrambati even after her mother's demise. And ultimately, the ritualistic worship of Ma Jagadhatri during this time of the year was passed on to her disciple children and devotees and is a tradition followed in Ramakrishna Mission till date. Being an initiated devotee of Ramakrishna Mission, I also follow the ritualistic puja procedures which are followed and prescribed in Ramakrishna Mission to the best of my ability and means. On the auspicious occasion of Jagadhatri Puja, I performed a very simple Panchopachara ritualistic worship of Ma Jagadhatri, which I am sharing with everyone through this video. Puja can be performed in Panchopachara or Dashopachara or Shodashopachara, that is, as many number of prescribed accessories required in the puja as per the ability and means of the devotees. Simple Panchopachara puja includes the 5 elements: Dhoop, Deep, Gandha, Pushpa and Naivedya. Puja leads to Dhyana, Dhyana leads to Bhava and Bhava leads to Mahabhava. Mahabhava ultimately awakens the supreme consciousness within and hence is known as the culmination of spiritual endeavors. Puja can be both external as well as internal. External puja is performed with various elements and accessories, but it can also be performed mentally, and such puja is known as Manasa Puja. Manasa Puja is easy for the devotees who cannot collect the accessories required for external puja. The history of Jagadhatri Puja in Bengal dates back to 18th century when Raja Krishna Chandra Rai was ruling over Krishnanagar of Nadia district in Bengal. He was once imprisoned by Alibardi Khan, the Nawab of Murshidabad, Bengal. When Raja Krishna Chandra was released from his imprisonment in Murshidabad and was returning by boat across the river to Nadia, he found that it was Vijayadashami day of Durga Puja celebration. Saddened by the realization that he could not perform Durga Puja that particular year, Krishna Chandra Rai had a vision that Durga appeared in front of him in the form of Ma Jagadhatri and asked him to perform her puja during Kartik Mas Navami Tithi, 1 month post Durga Puja celebration. This is how Jagadhatri Puja was initiated in Bengal by Raja Krishna Chandra Rai of Nadia. In Bengal, mainly in Krishnanagar and Chandannagar district, Jagadhatri Puja is held with great pomp, fervor and devotion. But now, entire Bengal celebrates Jagadhatri Puja with equal pomp and devotion. Daya Rupe, Daya Drishte, Dayardre, Dukkha Mochani, Sarvapattarike Durge, Jagadhatri Namostute. Jayade Jagadanande, Jagadeka Prapujite, Jaya Sarvagate Durge, Jagadhatri Namostute. Sri Ramakrishna has said, Jagadhatri is the sustainer and protector of the world, and she is the primordial feminine divine energy who holds the entire universe. If Jagadhatri does not hold the universe will fall. Sri Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother, was envisioned as Ma Jagadhatri personified by many of her devotees and disciples, as well as many others who came in contact with her and were fortunate to be in her holy company. She is indeed Ma Jagadhatri who has held the entire Ramakrishna Mission and all the devotees and disciples together with integrity and solemnity as the sustainer and the nourishment provider of all the spiritual aspirants who follow the tradition of Ramakrishna ideal. May Ma Jagadhatri bless us all with spiritual progress.